Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. I am at my second mining location and I am so happy to be here. I'm here to work on my 12 by GTX 1060 rig that's been sitting here now for about a week. I did make a video regarding about this rig last week, and I also had a straw poll asking you guys what should I do with these cards. And a lot of you guys voted, and I'm really happy about the result. Split up the GPUs into 2x6 onto existing mining rig frames. So that came in with 87 votes. And then second place came in sell them. Third place was to buy the 8 GPU Veta frame. And the other one was to install back onto the Amazon Basic Shelf, which I'm glad I don't want to do. And I mentioned in the very end of the video that I wanted to do the one that a lot of you guys voted here, so that's cool. The reasoning for the first option for me was that I already have the 2 frames, and yeah, I already have everything all plugged in. All I have to do is just plug in the GPUs. Pretty much then the rigs are ready to go. They already have my OS installed, which is good old Windows, and I know a lot of you guys are probably freaking out right now. Red Panda, don't use Windows, use a Linux OS or something. I want to make a video eventually changing all of my rigs to a Linux operating system. I don't know which one I want to go to. There's so many out there. There's like MinerStat, there's Hive OS, there's the new one, HashRate OS as well. Some people were saying the NiceHash OS. I don't think I'm going to go that way. Kudo Miner has a Linux distribution as well for mining. There's a whole bunch, so I'll have that in another video down the road, but I don't want to do that right now. But anyways, let me install these 12 GTX 1060s onto these 2 frames right now. So with the power of YouTube and power of video editing, in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. We got 6 of the Zotac 1060 minis, 6GB cards on the frame now. As you guys can see, looks like we're missing 1. But this frame used to have 7 GTX 1060s attached to it before. You guys may have seen my previous videos that which I sold a lot of the 1060s that I had before. I'll give you guys my reasoning for keeping these, and I'll mention it later. But I gotta go ahead now and install the other 6 GPUs on this. So in 3, 2, 1, magic. There we go. 6 Zotac GTX 1060s, 6GB cards. And I forgot to mention that all 12 of these have Micron memory. Okay, so Micron memory, it's not Hynix, it's not Samsung, but Micron. So in the middle, I would say, in terms of having good memory for mining. These are all right for mining. Like, they're really good on using Claymore version 15 and using the dash straps. I'll be able to get them to around 23 to 25 mega hash per card on Ethereum. Okay, really power efficient, these cards. I'm guessing that I'm going to get around 500 to 550 watts total for the whole rig. That's what I got around for 2. So 2 of the rigs, when I had this rig on the Amazon Basic Shelf, I got around 1040 watts, and I was getting about 290 mega hash to 300 mega hash for the whole rig. So I'm expecting I'm gonna get the same, but I'm going to get maybe a little bit more power consumption as I'm using, I guess, 2 motherboards now and 2 power supplies. I was using 2 power supplies before, but in this case, we're just having an extra motherboard and a CPU. So that's going to take another, I don't know, 30, 40 watts or something. Not that much, but I think we're going to get the same results. Okay, so let me see if I can connect to these 2 rigs right now, which I had my old 1060s on before. Let's go. Okay, so you guys can see I'm connected to both machines through remote desktop as usual. You guys can see I have 6 GTX 1060s here. We can see that perfectly. And then the other 6 1060s. So that came up just fine, no problems. And now I've opened up MSI Afterburner so you guys can see what clocks I'm going to be using. And we are going to do 70 power limit, minus 200 core, plus 550 memory. And then I have the fan speed at about 60%. Yeah, so both rigs are the exact same. And now let me go open up Claymore version 15, and we're going to be using dash strap 4. And we'll see what kind of results in mega hash that we get. Alright, as you guys can see, I just opened up Claymore version 15, and dash strap 4 has been applied successfully to both rigs using Claymore 15 yet again. And yeah, we'll just see what kind of hash rates we get. I'm thinking we're going to get around 140, maybe 145 mega hash per rig here, okay, for each GTX 1060 rig. All right, it's just coming up here. It looks like we are getting about 143, 142 mega hash on the first GTX 1060 rig, and the second rig is about doing the exact same, 143 mega hash, mining Ethereum at the moment. And you guys can see the power consumption is about 500 watts, 509 watts on this one, and another, let's see, 516. 516, 515 watts. Yeah, they're pretty identical actually. 515 watts. Yeah, that's looking good. Looks like we found a share. 142 mega hash, 143 mega hash. So not too bad. Not too bad. I do have a feeling that I was getting a little bit more on when I had the 12 cards together on one rig, and I think the power consumption is going to be a little bit more as well. So 510, 515, so both of those combined, that would be about 1,030 watts in the software, and then we got to add about another 40 to 50 watts for the motherboard and CPU. So that's going to be, I think we're running about over 1,100 watts now. So combined both of these rigs together is now 1,100 watts, and before, when I had the 12 1060s, like I mentioned before, I was running about 1,040 watts for one 12 card rig. So it looks like I am using a little bit more power consumption. I think I've lost a little bit less mega hash as well. But let's see, according to my Triplite PDU, it looks like we are using, let's see, so I remember I told you guys before we're using about 8 and 0 amps, so now we're at 11 and 3. Each of these rigs are taking about 2 to 3 amps, so 2 times 240 would be about 480 watts, so in mid-range, yeah, between 2 and 3 amps, 1,000, I'm gonna say 1,100 watts for both of these. Okay, well there we go, my friends. Now it's time to explain why am I mining Ethereum on these. You guys are probably writing out your comments way before why I'm mining Ethereum on these, and that's fine. That's totally warranted. And the reasoning why, I did mention this in the video last week. I had to move my rig and mentioning when I first started mining with these cards. So I got these 12 GTX 1060s back in October of 2017. October of 2017, that's when the rise up of Ethereum came about. And well, I guess the rise of when Bitcoin was going to 20K, right? These rigs, you know, I've been mining Ethereum on them non-stop. I've garnered about, I think I've mined about 30 Ethereum. Here, I'll bring up the stat here, how much Ethereum I've mined with these 12 cards. Okay, so here we go. I've never showed anyone this. I've never talked about this before, so this is the first time in case some of you guys are wondering. Since the inception of my 12 GTX 1060s 6GB cards, since October of 2017, okay, October of 2017, I have never sold any of the coins that this rig has mined. Okay, it's been mining to this address. Obviously, I took out the address. I just took a screenshot, but it has 30.6 Ethereum on it at the moment. And obviously, price fluctuates all the time, as you guys know. And currently, as of making this video, the price of all the Ethereum that this rig has mined, almost enough to stake. You need 32 Ethereum to stake Ethereum, I believe. So yeah, it's just nuts to think about, you know, how much Ethereum used to cost. And yeah, so this rig, I've been hodling all the profits. I never made a profit video regarding this before, and I'm just amazed, you know, how much this rig has mined 30 Ethereum since October of 2017. That's basically why I'm keeping these rigs on Ethereum, these two GTX 1060 rigs now, because I want to keep ongoing this experiment. This is definitely a long experiment, and I want to update you guys later on in the future. I'm not going to touch these rigs. They're going to be mining Ethereum till whenever. Obviously, I'm keeping track of the power consumption and our initial cost of the rigs, initial cost of the card. So we are going to figure out when our break-even point is. So anyways, my friends, I think that's it for this video. Let me know what you think and if my justification of just mining Ethereum on these makes sense in a, I don't know, profitable standpoint, hodling standpoint. This is kind of a funny experiment that I'm doing. And yeah, I think it's cool though. I think it's cool. It's really not that much money to run these. 1,000 watts, I mentioned 1,100 watts now. So we'll see down the road. I'll keep you guys updated. Who knows? Maybe when Bitcoin or Ethereum goes even higher, if it even goes that high. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.